The state that makes its Super Tuesday debut just 2 days from now. At stake, 60 delegates for the Democrats. And obviously Hillary Clinton's hoping that this will help her close the deal, while Sanders is trying to survive to the winner-take-all states later next month. So I want to bring in our Alabama election insiders, and boy, are they. 3 members of Birmingham City Council, all Democrats, but they're backing different people. Sanders supporter, Councilor Stephen Hoyt of the 8th District. Clinton supporter, Councilor Lashunda Scales of Alabama's 1st District, and the undecided Councilor Marcus Lundy of the 9th District, who the two of them are going to try to convince otherwise here. There is, however, a lot of the enthusiasm on the Democratic side has been for Bernie Sanders. He's gotten these tremendous crowds. Granted, he hasn't been able to translate them to votes, but there is concern on the Democratic side that Donald Trump has. He's not just getting the crowds, but he's translating that to votes, whereas Hillary Clinton, smaller crowds, the records have not been set on the Democratic side. How does she make that happen?
Well, she has to do what the Clintons are best known for, and that's mobilizing people to the polls. You know, we always say that in elections, the 7 o'clock a.m. to 7 p.m., that's the day that makes the difference. And I think that the Clintons, and particularly Secretary Clinton, I think that she has shown that she has a lot of power, a lot of strength under pressure, and I think that she knows who needs to be connected to whom in order to make this work. So that's why I'm not surprised about her numbers. And, you know, we appreciate their small rallies and their big rallies, but we're mobilizing people to the polls. That's what matters.
From both of you. This has not been a campaign on the Republican side, to the frustration of some other candidates, that has focused heavily on some of the issues. Donald Trump has really made this very much about him, right? And channeling very legitimately the anger that Americans feel about what's been going on in Washington.
But it's dangerous.
But how does it become an issue-oriented campaign? How does it be? Can the Democrats beat a Donald Trump?
Well, absolutely. And let me just say this, because what the Democrats have done is to show that we have the tenacity and the power to get it done. I was thinking on my way here about Lilly Ledbetter, which is from the state of Alabama, who talked about women having equal pay for equal work. Who can best take that to the next level than a woman who has served in Congress, has served by the side of her husband as a first lady, and then taking on that cause that know that there's that glass ceiling that we as women that we feel, and she can be very passionate about it, but not just for women, all citizens. That's one of the things that I talked about with someone. You can't hold parents accountable if the federal mandate is $7.25 an hour. You have to have 2 jobs to get $15 an hour. And guess what? The children are left at home to attend to themselves, which is not good. So I think that Hillary and the Clinton family has shown America they have the capacity to be able to get the job done. And I know that she is one that I believe when she puts her feet and teeth into it, it can work.
Marcus, these two are nothing if not passionate. Has either of them convinced you?
Well, they have convinced me to stay on the Democratic side and to go hard for the Dems.
Did we think you were going to cross over?
Oh, no, never.
And listen,
well, women, we don't give up now,
and you
Chris.
need to know
we don't give up.
that Bernie was raised by a woman, so he'd be a good fit for the White House as well. So, you know, women win.
I said jokingly
women
going
win,
in, should
even
I just
in
say
Bernie.
talk amongst yourselves?
So
you should have.
We look forward.
The Alabama councilors, Lashunda Scales, Stephen Hoyt, and Marcus Lundy, thank you for a great conversation.
Thank you
for having
much.
me to your city.